that view is a little different. We'll try it again, guys. I put it on the other phone. I don't know how it's going to do.
Try it again, guys. I put it on the other phone.
Hell, let me turn it down on this phone, though. Struggling with the live stream. I am struggling with the live stream. Cricket. Yeah, Cricket Wireless. That'd be a good one. You can't pause the live stream. You got to stop it completely. Oh, someone else can pause it. I got you. My driver code, SOPCJ. Sierra October Papa Charlie Juliet. Yeah, Warren's great, guys. But he's strict, man. He's really strict. So Warren's the type of trainer. Here's what I was going to tell y'all. So Warren's the type of trainer, if you're in PSD and you're driving down the road, all right, and you look at him and go, hey, what's your favorite football team? Warren's going to say, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. Connected at both ends, not leaking, no abrasion, bulges, or cuts. All right? That's going to be Warren's response. Warren is all business, guys. He is all business when it comes to his training, man. He does not even talk to his students about sports, politics, really, nothing at all. You have a better story? Yeah, he's serious, man. He's serious. So hopefully his live feed will work a little better on this one. I don't know, man. I think that one's about out of data. So we'll see. I'm not in a bad spot, though. What kind of store do you got? What's going on, Adrian? We are just hanging out. We stopped for the night because of an ice storm. Where you? Oh, you were on the pad training. Chad was out there. All right, Jason. Look forward to seeing you, man. Have fun out in Salt Lake. How many miles is Stefan at now? I don't know. I mean, well, Logan, let's figure it out. How many miles has Stefan drove, or how many miles has he got credit for? You know, that should be You're right, Stuber. That's Warren. That's Warren. Let's see. Let's see how many miles Stefan's drove, guys. We can do this. We can do this. So I made a joke about that, but seriously, Stefan's done a lot of miles. So he's done 288. He did 288 on one day. But then he did, after the 288, this is just Stefan, 582, 574, 511, 424, and then yesterday he had a short day of 97, and today he did 339. Pet deposit for company drivers. David Roach, I cannot tell you because I don't know. I should probably find out crap like that for these videos. These are the kind of questions y'all going to start asking me now. But yeah, I really don't know what it is. As Lease, any advice? Kyle, go 58. Drive 58 miles an hour. Always buy fuel cheapest place you can find it. And trust your fleet manager starting out if you don't know freight lanes. I mean, those would be my words of advice for someone coming over, an experienced driver coming over to Prime. Those would be my words of advice. The student's going to learn all that, or at least they should, with their trainer. They're going to learn that stuff. So people say, why do you run 58? Well, let me explain something to you. Prime company trucks are governed at 58 and 62 on the cruise, 58 on the floor. Why are they governed there? Because that is where they're most profitable. The BAM. All right, so how much time do you have to study pre-trip during PSD? Well, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, that's totally up to you. How long is it going to take you to get it? You know, I mean, some people pick it up pretty easy, some people don't. I will tell you, the students who are doing well right now are the ones who are starting to study before they ever come here. All right? There's been drivers that have had pre-trip videos on YouTube for years, but they didn't press people to watch them. You know, and so when I started, after I made my pre-trips and I started making other videos, that's the first thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I let people know that's out there. You know, I want to make sure people know, you know, there's tools out here right now to help you get started before you ever come to Prime. And that's kind of important. Oh, keep making me absent. Good, man. Thanks for watching my videos. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, go and hit that subscribe button right now. Hit the little bell. It'll notify you whenever I'm live and anytime I post a new video. So, yep, CDL prep. Watch my pre-trip videos. They're very repetitive, but that's the video. And if you even want to help yourself even more, so say it's going to take you more than 30 days to come to Prime. All right? Someone having to wait 30 days to go to a truck driving job is a pretty common occurrence, and we all know why a lot of people have to wait 30 days, right? Let's not be silly about it. There are certain things you have to wait 30 days to get rid of. So, if you're one of them people that's having to wait 30 days to come to Prime because of your extracurricular activities, not only can you watch the pre-trip videos, but I would recommend writing it down, all right? Step by step, writing it down, and that way you have a piece of paper to read over it. The air brake test, I'm watching a video two to three times a day. Josh, air brake test is not that hard, buddy. It's really not. Stefan's getting shy. He all saw his hand stick back there, right? Freaking me out. I can see it in the camera. So, air brake test is really not that difficult, guys. All right? Biggest part about the air brake test, make sure you push your brakes in. All right? You got to push your brakes in, or else you're not even testing nothing. Yeah, right? Yeah, stay on those pre-trip videos, guys. Help your trainers out. Come in prepared. The more students that we can have come in prepared, the higher our success rate, and the less you're going to have to absorb when you're in the truck if you've already absorbed that at home. If we decide to go lease when we first start, what are the areas for loads you would suggest and stay away from? Here's what I would suggest for the first 3 to 6 months. We have a tremendous amount of amazing fleet managers at Prime, okay? If you are brand new to the business, trust your fleet manager for a few months, all right, guys? Trust them. If you get to the point where you feel like you're not making the kind of money you should be, then you want to, at this point, so you've waited 3 months, you've let them run you for 3 months how they wanted to run you. Keep in mind now, me as a driver, I would highly recommend nobody go to the 5 boroughs. All right, that's just my own personal opinion. Prime doesn't like when I say that to y'all, but it's the truth. Don't go to the 5 boroughs. All right, you can tell your fleet manager that up front. But I would highly recommend letting your fleet manager run you. They know the freight lanes, and it will help you learn the freight lanes. I did not know the freight lanes when I came to Prime, okay? Everywhere I worked, I got paid by the mile. I personally didn't care what it paid the company. All right, I knew what I was making every mile. Now that I work percentage, I need to know what areas are better than others. Anyway, I can get you as my trainer. So Junior made a video recently about referrals and trainers, guys, and I'll just kind of reinforce what he said. I can only train one person at a time. That's it. I have room in this truck for one person. One person start to finish takes me 3 months, if not 4, depending on the individual. So on a good year, start to finish, I can do 4 students a year. That's it. That's all I got time to do. So when you put down your referral on your application, what you're doing is giving me credit for helping you decide to come to Prime. Okay? That's what referral means. Does not mean you're going to get me as a trainer. Does not guarantee you're going to get me as a trainer. Okay? All it means is, hey, I watched Crazy Bag's video, and, you know, that helped me make my decision, so let me give him a little credit on here. Okay? You can request me as a trainer. That still doesn't mean you're going to get me as a trainer, because, like I said, I can only do 4 students a year. Hey, Everything Auto. I'm missing some questions. And Chad's not here, so I got to scroll down. They're talking about running me out of Reed City, Michigan before I left. Hey, Reed City's good loads, man. Ain't nothing wrong with running out of Reed City. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. On the road, is it possible to study? I would study every night if I was you. I would read it, watch videos, read the paper they give you. Look, if you know the parts, you don't have to stand out here at the truck and go around the truck and the trailer constantly all night long in the cold and the wind and the rain and the snow. Okay? Once you know what the parts look like and where they are, then it's just a matter of you learning the verbiage. You can learn that by repetitive reading it, saying it, watching it. Okay? You don't have to be standing out there. Alright? Just understand that. Make sure you know what the parts look like and where they are on the truck. After that, you can just study by reading and listening and watching. Yeah, Phoenix, that's your fleet manager will do that, guys. All your fleet managers will. Prime pay you if you arrive a day early to your destination. No, they do not pay you extra for arriving a day early at your destination. Logan volunteers to be the little spoon. Well, you know, Logan and Stefan have been friends for a while, so I don't know how they do it. How many miles does solo lease typically get? Will, are you talking like company or lease? Because if you're talking lease, we don't worry about miles of Prime. We worry about revenue. How much money can you make? Because I can go out here and run a 200-mile load for $1,000. All right, doesn't deliver till tomorrow, and that's going to be more profitable to me than running a 600-mile load delivers tomorrow that pays $900. So, oh my gosh, there's a lot of questions. Can you follow up with that and get credit? Stuber, as long as you put it on there, they're going to give me credit. Don't worry. Logan is always the little spoon. Yeah, you know, guys, I appreciate that, Auto. I do. I'm trying to motivate everybody to better themselves. That's all I try to do out here, man. That's all it's about. I just want people to better their lives. If this is a better situation for them, provide for them, for their family, maybe something they couldn't otherwise, that's what I'm looking to do. That's it. So, y'all should ask Stefan questions tonight. Yeah, let's ask Stefan questions tonight. Here, let me turn it. There's Stefan, guys. So let's, oh, can you get it? I don't know if it'll work. So here, Stefan's in training, guys. Ask Stefan a question if you'd like to. Just drink it real quick. Be right back. See how that worked out?
Yeah. Questions?
Ready? Is that a question for the students?
Yeah, I'm asking. They're not asking me questions. Reefer problems? We haven't had any reefer problems. Yeah, the seats are much more comfortable in the classrooms. I'm not even gonna answer that, Logan. Yeah, he thinks my glasses are fake.
No. What the hell? kind of friend are you?
He's just jealous.
I just kind of needed a filler there, guys. I had to take care of something. Let me get this fixed up. Maybe. We good? Right there. Correct. Our fleet managers, okay, I'm going to kind of go back up here and say the fleet managers do like low maintenance drivers who run freight, guys. So, and they don't care, fleet managers don't care about miles either for lease drivers. They're looking for revenue for you. That's what they're looking for. So, okay, so if you guys don't know, let me explain it to you again here how our fleet managers get paid at Prime so everybody kind of understands. Fleet manager compensation at Prime. Minimum wage. And then they get a bonus based on their truck, how their trucks do for the week. Okay? I'll repeat that. Minimum wage, and then they get a bonus based on how their trucks do for the week. Okay? It's a great concept that Rob put into place, and here's why. As lease operators, you have the right to refuse a load, okay? That is totally your right. You don't have to take what you don't want to. And the way old style was set up is fleet managers making their money, you refuse a load, you piss them off, they just maybe brush you off to the side. All right? Not worry about you, not run you for a while. The way it's set up at Prime, they have no choice but to accept the fact you're not going to run a load and immediately move on from it and find you something else. It wasn't that bad. Yeah, they teach you how to operate the reefer unit, sort of, kind of. Siding tanders for certain states, you have to do it when you enter the state or before.
Shipper.
I do it when I pick my load up, man. If I'm going to California and it has to be in the 6th hole, I'm putting it in the 6th hole. Okay, guys, here's what you need to understand about sliding the tandems. California has to be in the 6th hole or before it. Okay? Almost every other state is like the 12th hole or before it. Okay? It's not, okay, I'm going to Illinois, it has to be in the 12th hole or 10th hole, whatever it is, okay? It has to be in the 10th hole or 12th hole and before it, okay? It can be at hole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right? I got into an argument with a student at a pork processing plant in Iowa. His trainer was in bed. He was scared to death to wake the trainer up because the trainer was going to yell at him. And he was overweight on his tractor. And I was like, what hole are you in? He said, well, I'm in the 10th hole. And he told me it's got to be in the 10th hole. I said, okay, yes, it has to be in the 10th hole or before. He goes, no, he told me it's got to be in the 10th hole. No, it has to be in the 10th hole or before. Let's go ahead and just move it, get you legal, and get you out of here, okay? He'd already been there 2.5 hours. They'd already reworked this load twice. And when it all came out and said and done, I woke the trainer up and told him, hey, you need to move this in the damn 8th hole and get out of here. Because otherwise you're going to be here for 5 hours. Your student's going to be here for 5 hours trying to figure this out. So, you know, guys, you try to, when your trainer talks to you about something like that, like your tandems, okay, we're going into California, he's being a 6th hole. You need to say only the 6th hole, or can it be 6 or more, or 6 or less? What does it need to be? So make sure you kind of talk about that. Yeah, but I mean, look, California is the 6th hole or before. You can go in the 6th hole and be legal in every single state in America, okay? Because Maryland and Michigan has to be no less than the 6th hole and no more than like the 10th. It's cold out here. Chad's out there on the pad, guys. Solo lease, what's the average revenue? And would you recommend going lease or company just starting? Okay, so I will tell you, when I was a solo lease operator, my average revenue was somewhere between $4,200 and $5,000. That was my average revenue. Okay, so, and I did that on like 2,300 miles a week, probably. So it wasn't terrible. Correct, killers, that is true. I mean, it's all about, being on time, picking your loads up, doing what you're supposed to do, becoming dependable. And before you know it, man, Prime's got a lot of loads that pay a lot of money that are on really tight schedules, and they can't give them to some drivers because they're not dependable enough. They have to give them to somebody who they can count on. All right, so yeah, once you guys are out here, man, make sure you trip plan. Like right now, so let's talk about trip planning. Right now, we are in South Bend, Indiana. Okay, we are on our way to Utah. Our winter storm that we are avoiding is in Chicago area. All right, 40 miles away. Okay, so why are we in South Bend? Because we made sure that we planned ahead enough that we could park and still have parking. Because in 2 hours, when that ice starts spreading heavily, there's not going to be nowhere to park. And it's going to be a nightmare. Any news on the new Volvos? No, everything, no. Well, it'll be different for everyone. Are you going to run your face off or run casually? That's true. Bardstown, Kentucky. That's not too far from home, man. I'm from Knoxville. Where are you going to return the call? All right, Daniel. Hopefully they call you back, man. That'll be good. 2 new Volvos got delivered today. Oh, that's nice. How long are you typically on a truck with a trainer?
10 weeks.
10 weeks. 10 weeks. Yeah, I think 10 weeks would be a good average. We have some students that do more. Some students do more by choice, guys. So, like Junior's current student, I'm pretty sure has been out with him well over his 30,000 miles. But he continues to stay on the truck, and instead of getting his $700 guarantee, he gets a $1,000 guarantee. And he just rides around with Junior like a team. And he's just doing that to get more experience. He also knows it's winter time.
I feel like it'll hurt you, though, in the long run.
No, I don't think it'll hurt you.
You get too used to being with someone.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that. That's true.
You get too used to the crutch.
Get too used to the crutch. Get too used to having someone there to handle your problems.
Yeah, exactly.
How does different time zone affect your duty hours? It doesn't. Duty hours are duty hours. I mean, from the time I start my day, if I start my day at 7 a.m., I have 14 hours to complete my day. So if I start at 7 a.m., I have till 9 p.m. Your logbook runs on Central Time only. It doesn't. Your logbook never changes. Your electronic logs run on one time zone. Okay. Your deliveries are in different time zones. You just have to make adjustments. But your logbook runs on one time zone, and that's Springfield, Missouri time. Correct, Phoenix. You can, if there's a backlog for people wanting trucks, you can also stay out a little bit longer, and they pay you that $1,000 guaranteed as well. I'm going to sound like a broken record tonight, guys. I'm going to say it again. If you're in the room, you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, get notifications, hit the like button. I've been doing more and more of these live chats. I actually didn't plan on doing any more this week, but with the weather being the way it is, and we've had a couple weather shutdowns, I thought it'd be a good time to do them. And I'm still going to do one Sunday night from campus, guys. So this coming Sunday from Springfield, Missouri, from campus, I will be doing a live feed prior to the mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead. Do I preference one truck over the other? I don't know nowadays, man. Trucks are so different. I will tell you, I had a Volvo in 2007, and I didn't like the fuel mileage, but it's changed since then. And our Volvos are getting really good. How long would you recommend driving for Prime before you start training? Well, Prime's got some requirements on that of their own. I drove for them for a year. Chad Rich did almost a year of their Prime system. So, I mean, I thought a year was pretty good for me. I kind of know what's going on. What's going on, Melvin? Jason's still sinking the vacuum maneuvers. He might be. Yes, I am reefer, Noah. No, I am reefer division. Chrome and chicken lights don't make you money. You're right, chrome and chicken lights don't make you nothing. Except a headache when they start going out. You got to change them all out. Yes, I go to the Pittston, PA terminal. That's a small little Cracker Jack. It's nice, but it's a Cracker Jack box. Is there a story to my YouTube name, Crazy Bags? Yes, there's a story to my YouTube name. So I actually play an online game. Evening, Justin. I actually play an online game. It's a war strategy game. It is called Invasion Modern Empire, and my name in that game is Crazy Bags. It started as something else. I don't remember what it was, but I got beat up all the time, so I changed my name to Punching Bag because I was everybody's punching bag. And then I started learning how to play, and I started kicking people's butts, and people told me I was crazy, so I changed to Crazy Bags. That's where it came from. I still play the game, by the way. If anybody here plays Invasion Modern Empire, I'm currently the governor of Zone 357, so... Let me catch up on these questions, guys. All right, thanks. I'll be going out the front at the beginning of March. Is the backing Phoenix referred to? The new lease drivers want a new truck. It's a backlog. Correct. There's a backlog on new trucks usually. It was 10 days. I think it's a little less now. Gary, I don't know if they're catching up or not. It goes through spurts. This time of year is usually not too bad. Does the fuel get deducted per load or calculated per settlement? That's a good thinking, everything. So the way the fueling works is when you get fuel, you have to punch in your tractor number, your trailer number, and the current trip number you're on. The trip number that you punch in is the trip number the fuel will come out of. Okay? The only thing you can charge fuel to is either the trip you're currently dispatched or a trip you have already ran that hasn't been paid. So I always recommend getting just enough fuel to get to your destination and get to the next fuel stop. Stuber, I do not know the percentage, but I know it's much higher lease over company. Does Pittston Terminal do training? I think they are starting that, yes. Very popular on campus. Well, I'll be there. I'm going to be there this weekend, guys. I have to take a physical on Monday. How you doing, Roush? I think you should go. I had to chain down cabbage today. The prime chain. That's up to you. All right. I don't chain my truck. Do I have chains? Absolutely, because some states require them by law. Chapstick. So some states require chains. I don't chain. I refuse to chain. They're not even going to require chains tonight, and I'm not getting out in this ice that's coming. There's just no sense in it. That was my reefer that kicked on, guys. We got a load of candy, a load of chocolate, and the reefer set at 55. So it's a little less than 55, so the reefer's going to be running a little bit tonight. But not as bad as when I had negative 10 load. State of the Union. I missed it. I didn't watch it. Guess I'll find out. Stefan's over here on video chat. Must be his girl.
Yeah.
His baby mama.
She didn't like that. Just baby mama.
She didn't like baby mama.
She's like, oh.
My wife doesn't like. I call my wife that too sometimes. She doesn't like that either. She does not like that at all. It got quiet. Maybe I lost signal. I don't know. I don't know. I would not chain down cabbage, though. You guys are crazy. You guys who chain down cabbage, you're nuts, man. But yeah, I know there was chains required pretty much all the way across 80 today, from Reno all the way across Nevada, California. All right, so Everything Auto is asking a question about fuel discounts. How do we know? I've been accepted to come to Prime once we get through orientation and request specific trainers. Jonathan, you can request trainers, but trainers can only train one student at a time. All right? If they have a student, there's no way they can even interview you to see if they train you. Why don't I vape? I found that vaping is more addictive to me than cigarettes. So you guys see how much I smoke in these live feeds. If I was vaping, it would be non-stop. I would never put it down. How much experience with Prime before you become a trainer? I believe it's 9 months they require of over-the-road with Prime. If you graduated from their PSD TNT, I believe it's 12 months if you did not. Is reefer better than flatbed? No, that's just personal. I mean, that's just personal decision. I'm not getting out strapping, tarping anything, so that's just me. I don't want to do it. Okay? I mean, you had T-Mobile, many dead spots. No, not really. Wyoming, parts of Iowa, Wyoming. Good night, Stuber. Yeah, winter starts early. But I do have some dead spots. But I love T-Mobile because of the international plan, which gives me unlimited 4G hotspot. And like I said, I've ran that thing over 100 gigs before in 1 month. I've never paid anything extra, never had it cut off, never even had it slowed down on the hotspot. Will, I live in, I'm landlocked, buddy. So, I live in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. I don't have a port. So, I mean, maybe if I lived in Houston or something like that, I would. So, Will, here's how it works. During the PSD phase, if a student wrecks my truck, Prime pays for it. During the TNT phase, if a student wrecks my truck, my insurance pays for it, and I pay, well, it's still Prime, because Prime's the insurance, and I pay a deductible. Secret City. Yes, I live in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. So fuel. I'm getting that. I'll get back to that. You're right, Everything Auto. We get out of this. For some reason, this phone is having a hard time focusing. So he's asking about the fuel. How do I know about the discounts? Jack, if you have no experience, yes, you have to go with a trainer. If you're an experienced driver, you do not. So we have our Prime app. It has a fuel and services button. So I'm not going to be able to read questions for a minute, guys, because I'm going to close this. I'm going to bring up my Prime app. So here's what the Prime app looks like. Let me turn down the thing, guys, and I can actually walk you through this and show you what we're talking about. Let me turn down my brightness. See what we got. Ooh, it's already pretty low. All right, so here we go. This is the Prime app. This is what it kind of looks like. And you see the button up here. It says Fuel and Services, if it'll focus. There we go, Fuel and Services. So you push this button, and I've done this before in another video. It's going to bring up a map of where I'm at on the little red truck, as y'all can see, and it shows me all the fuel stops around me and how much Prime pays for the day. So the camera's focusing in on my face, and that's why it's messing up the phone. So there we go, we can do it that way. But yes, it shows me the price at each fuel stop around me, guys. That's how I can tell how much fuel is. How accurate is it? They update it every day. So that app is updated every day. So it's accurate. It's up to the day. And it automatically changes at midnight if fuel prices change at midnight. So when fuel prices change, it changes. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this back up so I can read questions. Is the reefer fuel calculated the same way? Yes, it is. The only thing with reefer fuel is when they do IFTA, when they do the IFTA taxes for all the states, all the reefer fuel tax is rebated because it's not used on the highway, it's used to run a reefer. So you get all that tax back. So I get a refund for that every quarter. Yeah, you get all the tax money back because it's burning a reefer. Stop at the long live feeds. I know, I've been doing a bunch of them. I know, I've been doing a bunch of them. It's all right. It is what it is. I get bored, man. Y'all keep me company. So I'm just kicking out information. So, washout process. How's the washout process work? So in that app I just showed you guys with all the fuel stops, there's also little blue raindrops. Those little blue raindrops are all of our in-network truck washes, where you can go and get trailer washed out and they just call Prime and get a PO. You don't have to do anything else. You just give them your information. So I like blue beacons. All of our blue beacons are included in our truck wash network, okay? I can go to the blue beacon, I pull in, tell them I need a wash out. I go inside the office, they ask me my truck number, my trailer number, and my trip number. They already know the phone number to Prime because they're in network, so they call Prime. They give them that information. Prime gives them a PO. They hand me a receipt. I walk out to my truck. Usually the washout's done by that point. I get in the truck and I drive away. None, Logan. I won't go to any, but he did try. I would say he did try. He did try to get me to go to some, but I did not. Chinese restaurants.
Oh, yes. I failed.
All right, Jack. Yeah, I'll be on there Sunday, man. I'm going to do it from campus. So I'm hoping the weather's good and I can do it from out there like the smoking area or something, but we'll see. Need to study. Yeah, guys, make sure you're ready for your tests, man. That's pretty important. You got to be ready for that crap.
Piece of cake.
It's a piece of cake. Yeah, you didn't have to do it. He didn't have to take the test here. He came with his CDL. He took a test, but it was not like, it wasn't the same nerve-wracking test.
I just had a point.
Because his test was not, it did not decide whether or not he got his CDL. All his test decided was whether or not we had to go back out for another week and learn some more stuff. That's all it did. That changes it. Everything auto, that's not even possible nowadays, man. They got reefer service everywhere in the country. It takes a long time for a load to spoil. So say you have a load that's -10, the core temperature of that product inside the box is inside the trailer. As long as those trailer doors are shut, it's going to take probably 5 hours before that even gets above 0. All right, it's not going to go bad probably until it's 10 degrees. So you probably have 10 hours to get it work done. And there's so many shops now, man. I mean, they're everywhere. There was a guy today who was a little panicked. He was on Facebook and he was saying he had a load of meat and he was worried because the reefer was off and they were working on it. Would you drive tanker? No. I don't want to drive tanker. I carry reefer loads and dry loads. I ain't got no desire to really do nothing else. How is freight as a whole on the East Coast? It sucks. Freight on the East Coast is not great. So that's why it pays good going there. You can go out there for $2 to $3 a mile on long runs. On short runs, you get $4 a mile. But on long runs, you can get $2 or $3 a mile to go out to the East Coast. But when you leave, you get garbage. For example, this Hershey load we're on. It's not that great, guys. But I made really good money getting there because we went up to Maine. Then we came down from Maine. Both of those paid good. And then we'll get a really good load out of the Utah area coming back. Midwest is great. Midwest pays terrible going there, but pays amazing leaving. Yeah, we haul a lot of dry box. We haul a lot of dry loads in the reefer. Get CDL. If you can get the state school, I would go there. Okay. The only thing is, it takes a long time. But those are accredited schools, and those guys learn a lot and do really, really well. So if you can go for free, that's what I would do. Kyle, they bill by the mile, but they just give me the total. For example, I can tell you what this load's fuel surcharge is, okay? Let's go down and look at this load today, guys. So this load that we picked up yesterday was 81 miles empty, 2,030 miles loaded. All right. My fuel surcharge on the load is $422.20 total. Do rates pick up during summertime? Freight picks up, and usually what happens is when freight picks up, more trucks are needed, and usually rates will go up because those good companies need to attract the drivers in to run that freight. Correct. You can pretty much haul anything in a reefer. Saw my truck at Harry and David's and working there. I was at Harry and David's. I made a video about that load from Harry and David's. That was a good load, by the way. I took that load from Oregon to Ohio. Paid like $6,000. I'll go to Harry and David's anytime they want. Those are good loads. Yeah, those are good loads, man. Yeah, those are good loads out there, Harry and David's. I like those. So Harry and David's guys does gift baskets, apples, pears, chocolate, stuff like that. And at Christmas time, I picked up a load with student Sean, and we went from I guess it was very beginning of December, right before I got Cedric. We picked up a load in Harry David's in Oregon, Medford, Oregon, if I remember correctly. I don't have it in front of me, but I believe it's Medford, Oregon, and we took it to Columbus, Ohio. Those are the good ones. So if y'all are wondering what the load total paid, because I told you the fuel surcharge paid $422.20. This total load only pays $2,529, guys. So $1.20 a mile. It's pretty bad. But I got really good money getting there, and I'm going to get really good money when I leave, so it's going to offset it. So this is one of the situations I was telling y'all about. I'm taking a bad load, but I'm taking it to a good area. So that's pretty important on a bad load. If you have to take a bad load, which if you're in the Northeast, there's a high probability you'll have to take a bad load. Make sure when you leave the Northeast with that bad load, you're going to an area where you're going to get paid when you leave. Okay, you're going to get a good load. How often do you get home since you've been training? Not often enough, unfortunately. So I've been out this time. I left the house like December 28th, so for 31, 34, it's been like 7 weeks. No, 5 weeks. It's been like 5 weeks and 3 days. Upgrades to the truck, does everything have to be approved? Like doing a wrap on the truck and accessories, not looking to go in debt over it, but make it more personal. No, nothing has to be approved. But I will tell you, if anything that you do that they have to undo to get the truck ready for sale at the end, or to release it to somebody else, they're going to charge you for it. So just remember that. How many items can you miss on the pre-trip inspection pass and the test and still pass? I think that it goes by sections, I think, because there's more items in some sections. Here's what I can tell you all about the pre-trip. And people might get mad at me for telling you all this, because I don't even know if it's public knowledge, really. You only have to get half the verbiage, guys, to get credit for the part. So, okay, we'll take Alternator, for example. What we got? It says, my belt-driven alternator, properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. All electrical lines are connected, and the belt is not cut or frayed and has no more than a half-inch play, I believe, correct? Or between a half and three-quarter-inch play. I don't have it in front of me right now. I'm not underneath the hood. You only got to say half of that. So that's five. That's like 5 things I had to say. So if I said this is my belt-driven alternator, it's properly mounted, secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, I've got it. Okay? I've already got full credit for the part. Yeah, well, you can tint your windows as long as it's legal tint. So, yeah. As long as it's legal tint, you can tint your windows. CDL permit, 4 parts, general knowledge, air brake combination, and tanker, correct? Everything, I don't know. I don't deal with that part of it. Everybody's already got their permit when I get them. Who pays the reefer fuel in your lease? If you do you get total fuel surcharge reefer included? I do pay the fuel surcharge. I do get reefer fuel surcharge. The only exception to me paying reefer fuel is this. If I have a drop and hook load on my pickup and I get there and that reefer only has a half a tank of fuel, the first time I fill it up, Prime is going to reimburse me. Okay, up to a full tank, to get it up to a full tank of fuel. So that's the one thing. So Prime will reimburse me the first fill up on a drop and hook trailer. Yeah, Drew, I mean, it is good info for everybody to know that, so that way you don't stress so much about it. Look, they really want you to know what you're doing, all right? They want you to be safe. They want you to be able to open your hood and look underneath that hood and see a problem stick out at you if there is one, okay? And the pre-trip inspection is showing you the most important components of the truck that are going to interfere with safety if something goes wrong with them. So, I mean, that's it. That's what they want to make sure of. They want to make sure that you can identify a part and a problem, okay? So if your belt is out on your alternator, they want to make sure that when you call Road Assist to get help, that you can say, hey, my alternator belt is gone. It's cracked, it's fell off, it's broke, it's gone, it's not there anymore. I need an alternator belt. Can you get someone out here with one? Okay? They don't want you to call up and go, hey, I don't know what's wrong, but there's something going on underneath the hood. Can you lease 2 trucks at once? Brandon, you can. There's guys here that have small fleets and every one of them's a lease truck. Once you get beyond 1 truck, I don't know the process. I'm sure it involves some credit checks and certain things. But, you know, 1 truck for you is, you know, they don't run credit check. It's no money down for a lease, for just a straight lease. Nothing like that. So it's fine. But when you get to 2 trucks, I don't know what it does. What happens when you pick up a load that has unacceptable damage to a trailer and you don't have another load? I've never picked up a trailer that's been damaged to the point that it was unsafe to carry. Okay? I've picked up damaged trailers. I've reported the damage. I've had to throw duct tape on some cracks and dings. I've had to throw some caulking and some scrape lines, but I've never had a trailer that I couldn't pull. So just be, you know, that's why you just got to be prepared, guys. A lot of stuff happens out here. I will tell you guys, one of the keys to success, so we're still pretty small, and this YouTube little family I've got going here with you guys is still pretty small. So I'll let you in on some secrets that maybe we couldn't talk about if there's a lot of people. One of my keys to success is being able to adapt on the fly, okay? I've been telling Steph on this, that trucking is not a perfect world, and you have to be able to adapt and change every hour to different things, okay? Without getting upset, without getting mad, without getting angry. For example, we were at Walmart the other morning, and I had to move my truck 3 times to get unloaded, okay? 3 times. I didn't get upset. I didn't get angry. You know, I just simply hooked back up to the trailer, put the lines back in, raised the legs back up, and went to the next door, okay? Just adapt to what's going on around you. Adapt to the world, you know? If they send you a load and you go to pick the load up and the load canceled, or they have to change your load, don't get mad because you already had it in your mind you were going to Dallas, Texas, and now they want to send you to Jacksonville, Florida. You know, just say, oh, okay, I guess I'm going somewhere else. All right? That's part of trucking. All right? So just adapt on the fly, guys. I think that's a big key to success, man. Just being able to adapt and accept that there's some things you can't change. And no matter how much you would like to or how angry you might get because of it, it's not going to change it. It still is what it is. Any tools you recommend? Yeah, that's a really good question, Everything Auto. So 2 Christmases ago I worked. I did not go home. On Christmas Eve, I picked up a trailer at a Budweiser plant in Virginia, right next to the Busch Gardens there. And both mud flaps are gone. All right, so it's Christmas Eve. There's no mud flaps. There's no road service available in the area until the 26th. So I drove to a Pilot. It's getting really windy out, by the way. I drove to a Pilot and I bought 2 mud flaps and I stuck them on my truck. And I keep a small 18-volt drill, battery drill, rechargeable. I have a complete tool kit. I have jumper cables. I keep duct tape, electrical tape, stuff like that all on my truck. Jonathan, I've been doing them more than more here recently. I'm gonna probably do them quite a bit. I appreciate it, man. Anybody in the room, man, hit the subscribe button, guys. If you aren't a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you know, get a notification when I'm live or when I post a new video. Leaving 26 years at Target. Next Monday, Salt Lake City. Yeah, the end cap's pretty important, man. Congratulations. Welcome to the Prime family, man. You'll hear that from a tester after you actually pass your test, but study that pre-trip. The fact that you're studying now, man, you're already ahead of almost everybody that's going to be there with you. You know, that's one of my goals with my YouTube channel, man. I want everybody to start showing up for orientation, and I want them to know the pre-trip, and I want them to be able to go in and pass their permit in the first week. You know, because that just, it makes your week so much easier, and it gets you off on the right foot to success. All right. Yeah, y'all missed out on some good stuff, especially when Chad Rich is around, guys. We have a lot of fun. Me and Chad have a lot of fun together. My pre-trip videos are directly off the paper from Prime. All right, I actually hold it in my hand. You can see it. I even tell you I'm using my cheat sheet. That's the actual test paper from Prime, so that they give you guys to study from. That's why I did it that way, because I wanted the students to be prepared for that. Does Prime have great retirement plans? Yeah. Sure, Logan.
Your savings. Your
savings, yeah. You're going to make enough money to have your own retirement plan. I'm doing great, race car. Guys, I'm going to chain smoke again, so y'all going to hear my EPU. What would it be? My one little thing of advice that I would give the students is be a sponge. Absorb everything you can from your trainers, okay? Even if your trainer is not the perfect trainer, as far as being able to teach you, if you can just sponge, when I say that, I mean absorb. If you can just absorb what he does, even if he's not telling you what he's doing or explaining it to you, if you can just watch him and try to absorb it all, it will help you, okay? We don't have all great trainers, but in order to be a trainer, you have to be successful here, okay? So your trainer was already successful at Prime before he started training. And all because maybe he doesn't have the temperament or the ability to teach doesn't mean he doesn't know his job. It just means he doesn't have the ability to teach you how to do it. So we have trainers like that. They just don't have the ability to train people. So as a student, you can help yourself by being a sponge and absorbing and watching, okay? When your trainer's out there doing stuff, or he's dealing with customers, or he's, you know, like tonight when we stopped, you know, I'm sending in the message explaining why we're stopped and where we're at. You know, Stefan's watching, he's listening, I'm telling him what I'm doing. Absorb all that so you understand that, because that's all stuff you're going to come across in the future. You didn't have a chance to meet Chad? He had a crowd of people, huh? Were they heading to a buffet? Do I get feedback from Prime regarding your videos? I have not. I have not gotten any feedback directly from Prime regarding my videos. Junior Honduras was here for the first time when we were backing in the snow on the backing pad before a PSD test. But no, I have not heard anything personally from them yet. But as things continue to grow, I would imagine I would. So, but here's the thing, guys. I'm a straight shooter. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the good. I'm going to tell you the bad. And, you know, and hopefully they understand that. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. Now, Jonathan, I'll tell you, though, I mean, Prime does something where they deposit $1,500 a year into a retirement account. I get to decide whether I want to do high, low, or medium risk. And they do that every year. After 10 years, I'm vested. So after 10 years, you got 15 grand that they deposited plus whatever it's grown. I currently have mine. It's in high risk. So, I mean, there's a little something. So if you come here and you do 15 years, you'll probably have 100 grand in there. What's the least you like about training?
Lack of space.
Yeah, I was gonna say the congestion in the truck, but yeah, lack of space. You know, this is, I think Chad Rich said it best the other day, you know, this truck is smaller than a prison cell, and you have 2 grown men living in it. And that can be difficult at times. That can be difficult at times. Hey, Otto, just do the interview, man. Don't just take it for granted. Do the interview with him, man. Feel him out. Talk to him. You'll know. What kind of money can you see during a slower season? Well, this has been a slower season since I had Stefan. So, with student Sean, well, that's training, though. I mean, I really can't compare that. I think during the slower season last year, I was still taking home like $1,500–1,600 a week, roughly. So during the peak season, I was taking home like $25 to $28 as a solo driver. Do you have another training lined up after your student now? I have talked to somebody. So, but I don't know when I'm going to be done. So, when I have a really good idea of when Stefan will be done, then I will recontact that person and see what their situation is, and if they're still planning on coming to Prime or when they plan on coming, and go from there. Like prison. Yeah, Brandon, it is like prison, man. These trucks are small. Testing out tomorrow. Good luck, Tom. Good luck. Yes, Will, you get to pick your truck. You do get to pick your truck. All lease drivers do. Company drivers do not, guys. So that's part of their little niche. That's one thing they try to... Look, Prime wants everybody to lease. I'll just be honest with you. It's good for Prime. All right? You're going to make truck payment for them. They want to push everybody in the lease. Some people don't need to lease, guys. Some people don't. All right, it's just not for everybody. Oh, we got someone from SoCal. Ralph from SoCal. What truck do you have? I have a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia. I actually put a tour on it on my... I have a video tour of it. So, got some new people in the house tonight. It's good to see you all. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. How long will you wait for a new truck? As long as you want. Just at some point they're going to quit paying you. Just remember that, all right? You're going to get $700 a week guaranteed during your TNT phase and during your upgrade process. Cedric waited 10 days. He got paid the entire 10 days at $700 or $100 a day his entire 10 days. So, you know, they'll pay you as long as, you know, there's a problem with trucks, so they're having a hard time. Night, man. So now they offer you a truck that's almost brand new. You know, it's got 25,000 miles on it and it's spotless inside, and you turn it down, there's a good chance they're going to quit paying you. You can still wait. Good chance they'll quit paying you. Ever heard a trailer supply line fail while in motion? I have not. I never have. Prime's got good equipment, guys. It's not only the trucks they cycle out every 3 years, they also cycle out the trailers. Yes, freight train. My truck's an automatic. CR England. Oh my goodness, guys. I wouldn't work for CR England. I looked at it once. I gave them an honest to goodness look. You know, I brushed out everything I'd heard from them, and I gave them an honest to goodness look. Did an investigation into them myself, what I was looking for, and they are not the type of company that I'd ever work for. You're trying to get you for going Lease. All right, Drew. Have a good night. Yeah, one of the new Volvos are nice, man. Correct. $100 a day during TNT is temporary. PSD guys, there's nothing. PSD, they're going to give you $200 a week loan. All right. So that's another thing. That's another thing, guys, about coming prepared. Come prepared to pass that permit. Come prepared to beat that pre-trip out. All right. Because during that phase, you're getting a $200 loan. You're not making any money. You guys need to be prepared that we can very quickly get into the next phase of training. All right. Because the quicker you can get that beat down and get your CDL and get into the TNT phase, the quicker you can start getting paid. All right. And that's important. I mean, we have students that quit because they can't pass the dang test and they're tired of not making no money. It's not Prime's fault that they can't pass the test. I hate hearing that. So Corvette asked, if Prime could do better in an area, what would that be? As a trainer, I will tell you, I wish they would screen their trainers better. That's what I wish. During PSD, you run as a team. No, Jonathan, you do not. Your trainer has to be on duty in the passenger seat when you're driving. You can't run as a team. Sorry, man. Low mileage is typical for start seeing issues, if any. Out of the trucks, I don't know, man. All trucks are different. Just like cars, man. Some are good, some are bad, some have problems, some don't. So, some are good, some are bad, some have problems. Better to come to Prime with your CDL permit to speed up the process. If you're going to Springfield, Missouri campus, you have to have a Missouri permit, I think. Okay, guys, I could be wrong on that. So, but I think that's the case. It has to be Missouri and maybe Illinois. I think I said that the other night too, but I'm not positive. Yeah, your PTO time, that's smart, man. That's smart. That way you can get paid. Food is pretty good at the cafe. Race car, if you like that food at the cafe at the hotel, your wife's not a very good cook. That's all I'm gonna say. I guess I'm more spoiled at home than I realize. Yeah, so yeah, Robert's saying Missouri and Illinois. So that's if you're going to Springfield, guys. Now, Salt Lake City and Pittston are different. Matter of fact, I think Salt Lake City, you have to have your permit before they'll even hire you. You have to have your Utah permit. And they only take people from within the state of Utah, I believe. Corvette, a lot of the pickups and deliveries do allow you to pick there. What's the deal with the CPA that's at Prime?
Suck.
The deal with the CPA at Prime. Guys. So, I don't care how good of a person I think somebody is. If I'm paying them to do a job, I expect them to do a job. So, I am in the process of changing CPAs because I don't feel like the job is being done. So that's just me. Yeah, I'm not going to let it out. I'm going to stay calm tonight. Well, even if you fail the sleep study, guys, even if you fail the sleep study, it doesn't prevent you from being hired. You just have to use a CPAP. That's all. Yes, ATBS, guys. If you're a lease driver and you have to have a CPA, you don't know one, I would highly recommend using ATBS based on the recommendation of OIDA, okay? I'm just following their recommendation, all right? That's who OIDA recommends. So if you're getting in trucking, you probably need to find out what OIDA is, especially if you're going to be a lease operator. It's the Owner-Operators Independent Drivers Association. They look out for you. They're looking out for every truck driver on the road, including company drivers, all right? They're the ones going to Congress. They're the ones fighting stuff in court, fighting laws, changing laws. That's OIDA. OIDA's a big push for that, all right, guys? So you really want to look into who they are. I used to use ATBS. I quit using them. I used a private CPA. I got audited. All my ATBS filings were good. No problem with them at all. All my private CPA filings were flagged, had to be redone. I hired Abacus to do this for this audit, and Abacus dropped the ball on them. So now I'm going to have to pay again, I believe, to get ATBS to do it. So we'll see. Abacus is supposed to be redoing them. We'll take a look at them after they do them. So, because I've already paid for it once. All right, and we're not talking about $50, guys. I mean, I paid them almost $2,000 to do this, so it didn't get done right. And now I'm going to have to turn around and pay someone else $2,000. I have to pay ATBS $2,000 to redo it. So, you know, that's pretty important. You don't have to have an LLC race car. You don't have to have one. You're not required, okay? You just lease underneath your Social Security number as a sole proprietor, okay? And secondly, your trainer or instructor is not going to know whether or not you got an LLC. All right? He can't check. He can't look. It's none of his business. That's private information. All right? The only way he's going to know is if you get one and tell him what the name of it was, and he goes looks it up in the state index. You have to use a CPAP machine. That's a machine, that sleep apnea machine. That's all. You just have to start using one. Any other financial items? I would recommend everybody get an emergency fund. So get an emergency fund, guys. Put in what you can afford. You know, even if that means starting out, you can only afford $25 a week. Put it in it. All right, put it in there. Let it build up. That way, you've always got some backup money. Yeah, it helps breathe. It basically pushes oxygen into your lungs.
Yeah, that's all it does.
Yeah. So
it keeps your airways open.
Yep. Do most trainers have fridges and microwave? I don't know. I have one. I've had one on my truck for 10 years. So been driving 11 years solid, and I've had 11 years at KLN. It'd be 13 years solid, and I think I only drove 1 year without a refrigerator or microwave, and I hated it. Yeah, each truck are their own. That's true. So everybody's different. Everybody kind of does what they want. Some guys hate them. Can you purchase fridge and microwave from Prime? Adrian, you can. I would not recommend purchasing a microwave from Prime. I would recommend going to Walmart, because it's the same Walmart at microwave and it's cheaper. Or same microwave at Walmart and it's cheaper. The refrigerator, the reason I got mine at Prime over Walmart, they're both, you know, it's a dorm style fridge, Walmart sells them, is Walmart did not have the one with the separate freezer compartment. Okay, so I really wanted a separate freezer compartment, and that's why I bought the one at Prime. And it was $200. Will, do you have any investments? Yes, I do. That's been the biggest reason why lease operators fail, have you seen? Biggest reason lease operators, because they don't work. That's the main reason. They go home and sit home too long and then feel like they never can get out of the hole. My impression right now, suck it up. John, they do, well, here's the thing, Jonathan. Here's why they push Abacus. They want everybody to have a tax service because they don't want nobody to get in trouble with the IRS. It ain't necessarily that they're pushing Abacus on you. They're pushing the fact that you need somebody taking care of your taxes if you do not understand it, okay? That's what they're pushing on you because it's important, because we have too many drivers that don't pay their taxes and then they end up owing a bunch of money. And then from that, it's all just a bunch of crap and a mess that it takes a long time to fix. I don't like my 2019 Freightliner so far for teaming. I have 109,739 miles on it, and I like it. But I won't have it much longer. Y'all know that. This Prime install fridge for you. Adrian, it's just a dorm fridge. So the answer is no. You just pick it up, put it in the truck, strap it down. So, do I cook on the truck? Just in the microwave. I would tell you though, when I get the next truck, I think I'm going to buy one of those little air ovens, because I talked to another driver and they do work off our APUs. You have to leave the truck running until it's about 200 degrees, which takes just a few minutes, and then you can turn the truck off and the APU will cover the rest. Oh, Team Freight. So, I'm straight up lease. I'm not purchasing. Because I'm a trainer. Although because I'm a trainer and I'm putting 250,000 miles on my truck a year, or 200,000 miles on my truck a year, and lease purchase is 5 years, and you're looking at 1 million miles when I get done. I'd rather just lease, get out of the lease, and get a new one every time I'm ready. Bob, my next truck's a Peterbilt. I already ordered it. It's an Ultra Loft. It's a 2020, and it should arrive sometime in April. So the lease payout at the end, guys, when you just straight lease and you turn your truck back in, you get a nice payout at the end if you take care of your truck. For 1100, yes, I have a 1100 watt microwave in my truck. That is what I use. And true mini fridge, dorm style with separate freezer. Yes, Jonathan, that's what I have. I will show you guys. I went to grab the wrong phone. So I will show you guys again what I have. I'll show you my setup. It is a bit messy in here. So you'll have to excuse the kind of the little bit of mess there is. So here's my setup. I have an 1100 watt microwave. See, or no, I have 1,000 watt. I'm sorry, it's a 1,000 watt microwave. So, and then this is my fridge, and it does have the separate freezer and the fridge. And I run this off of my inverter. So, and I do, you know, that all runs off of the Prime inverter, no problem at all. So the only time I ever have an issue with power is if I try to run my microwave and my PlayStation 4 at the same time, guys. Those inverters will not handle both the cooling fans of the PlayStation 4 and the microwave at the same time. And yeah, it's 1,500 watt. Logan is don't want to tell you how old I am. I'm an old man. But it's a loaded question. Logan wants to know if I've been trucking all my adult life. I have not. I will tell you all I'm not. I will tell you all I had a very cushy job for a few years. I worked for a large newspaper. I was a regional supervisor. I made a very good living doing it, okay? But the newspaper business is a dying business. You all know that, so. How much do I spend on food weekly? That a Hot Pocket? Yeah, it's a Hot Pocket. Good night, Robert. That a Hot Pocket. How much do I spend on food weekly? That depends on whether I'm able to fill the fridge once or twice a week, or if I have to eat out the whole time. So, you know, getting into a grocery store parking lot's not that easy. When I was solo, if I ate strictly out of my fridge, I spent about $80 a week on food itself. Without the fridge, I spent about $130. So, how do I deal with forced dispatch? I'm asking that question. As a lease operator, I'm not forced dispatched. As a lease operator, you're not forced dispatch race car. So, yeah, there is no forced dispatch on for lease operators. You can turn down a load. No, Adrian, I run my PS4 no problem as long as I don't run the microwave. So yeah, my PS4, my flat screen, my smart TV, they all run no problem. I can play my PS4 all day long as long as I don't run the microwave at the same time. You know, even with the fridge plugged in and everything. Tips for showers at truck stops.
It's not that complicated.
It's not, guys. It's not complicated. Showering at truck stops not complicated, guys.
It's like a hotel room.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's just a private bathroom, guys. That's all. You use Pilot and Loves. They'll be clean after every use. That's my recommendation. Is okay. There you go. Tips for a shower: use a major truck stop, so that way you get a clean shower. Solo, I eat more out of my truck too, Ryan. That Ryan's dead on it. As a solo, I eat out of my truck every day. As a trainer, I eat out a lot. So you also saw my microwave is on top of my refrigerator. That's actually Velcroed on top of my refrigerator. And my PS4 and my DirecTV DVR are where my microwave should go. So that's my setup. I can't eat and play games at the same time, bummer. Well, I mean, you can. You just can't use the microwave. So, I mean, eat something out of the fridge, man. Get some fresh food out of your fridge and eat it. That's what truck drivers need to be eating anyways. I've been trying to get Stefan to start eating fruit. Y'all hear him laughing, right?
Yeah, right.
Claim that dispatch will starve you if you guys don't see eye to eye. Race car, they can't do that here, man. Their pay depends on your pay. They can't do that here. And although I use the state market and I pay a lot, yeah, I do. So I think I paid $7,000 one year. I pay based on how much money I make. So I pay a flat rate, and at the end of the year when I do my taxes, I have to make up the difference of what they say I should have paid. So I paid $7,000 one year. I paid, they're like $3,600 throughout the year, and then they charged me like another $3,800 at the end of the year based on how much money I made. So yeah, I do pay a lot. Any trucks that have good enough internet for online gaming? Is there a particular cell service that's better for internet? Jonathan, I use T-Mobile, and I've told everybody this. It's not perfect, but I use T-Mobile because if you add the $25 a month international plan, you get unlimited 4G hotspot, guys. Unlimited 4G hotspot. All right? Smart TVs, video game consoles, it runs it no problem. Laptops, tablets, no problem, guys. I stream high definition movies off of Vudu on my smart TV through my phone on my hotspot. All right, that's why I use T-Mobile. So if you can find another phone service that has unlimited hotspot, you know, they bring it up one time in one of these live chats, guys. Where does Prime recommend you fuel up? Right now, they recommend Pilot, but they show you the app. You can actually run a macro 27 on your Qualcomm here, and it will tell you the best fuel stops for your trip. I don't agree with them all the time. I don't agree with this one. It wants me to go to Des Moines and get fuel for $2.05 a gallon to fill up for the rest of my trip. I'm going to stop in Morris, Illinois, and get it for $1.97 a gallon, or $1.98 a gallon. Yeah, $1.98 a gallon. What was your first year salary? At Prime, after taxes, I made $71,000 my first year, guys. 40 inch everything auto on that flat mount, on that flat wall mount that you get at Walmart for 20 bucks. That will fit on that window. The hole's already drilled in there. The DirecTV is offered through Prime. You have to be here 6 months in order to get it. Wait till you get your own truck. Your trainer's not going to let you play Xbox, guarantee it. I turn down loads, Naldo. I do. I don't hesitate. If I don't want to take a load, I turn it down. I don't turn down many because the longer you're with your fleet manager, they learn what loads you'll run and what loads you won't. So when I first started, I did turn down quite a few loads, but over time, he's just learned what I will and will not run. And so I really don't have to turn many down now because he turns them down before they ever get to me. He'll kick them back and make them send me something else. Ooh, Lance, that's tough eating right there. Beans and rice. You'd be a tough man to live with in a truck eating beans and rice every night. Jonathan, I pay for my DirecTV. I pay $24 a week. It's got HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, plus a Sunday ticket. It has the like Fox Sports, Midwest, South, all that, the sports package. And then it's got, of course, all your regular cable channels other than your locals. It doesn't have ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, CW, nothing like that. 44 people in the room, so I'm going to say it again, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. It'll let you know when I'm online and when I post a new video. So let's get those subscribers up. Race car, like I've been telling people, I recommend the new drivers to get a dispatcher out of Springfield. Probably the one whoever your trainer has. Because in Springfield, you can meet them face to face. You can shake their hand. You can have a sit down with them, and you can come to an understanding really early on. And if you have problems, they're a lot easier to deal with. I have Tim. He's out of Denver, Colorado. I have seen him face to face 3 times in 2 years. That is it. Okay. Will, I sleep in hotels when I go to Springfield, so I do stay in hotels. Mainly because when I'm in Springfield, I will sit down and drink some beer, and I'll stay in a hotel every now and then to get out of the truck. How much is Prime pay trainers on TNT? I get the revenue my truck makes, and then I actually pay for my student. So I actually pay Prime during TNT. So because I'm getting the extra revenue from team running. So Richard, here's how it works. So self-employed for 5 years. You're going to have to provide about 10 references of people who knew you during those 5 years who will verify, who basically stake their word out and say, yes, he was self-employed, this is what he was doing. So hopefully that helps you understand what you got to do. So that's what it's going to take. So if you've got about 10 people that can verify that you were working and this is what you were doing, you were self-employed, you will probably be okay. Student Sean's in the house, guys. Am I going to work today? So Sean, I am stuck in an ice storm today. We are up near Chicago in that ice storm coming across 80. So we are parked at a truck stop. So we drove combined total 650? Yeah. We drove about 650 miles a day combined. So So guys, Sean was one of my students. He was before Cedric. So Sean's in the house, so you guys can if he stays, y'all could probably ask some questions to someone who has been in their own truck for just over a month. There's someone in the room like that now. Do you have to pay for the Oasis or campus and as a Prime employee? I know there's a lot of trucks parked in the parking lot. Yes. So the Oasis cost me as a trainer, it cost me $50. Not the Oasis, the campus. The Oasis cost me $99. The reason you see a lot of trucks there is a lot of trainers sleep in their trucks because they go to Oasis, they have dinner, and they might drink a beer. And once you have a beer, you're not going anywhere. So they just sleep in the parking lot of campus. So, and also the guys that are in the training class to become trainers, they get a room at campus for free that whole week. So I'm assuming okay. Any driving in the show? No, I don't really drive. I don't show my driving. Y'all might get scared watching stuff on Drive. Yeah, everything. I'm going to do that 30 days of trucking. I am. Yeah, I mean, I love my DirecTV. Yes, for tax records will work. Yes, do not lie on your work history, guys. Tell the truth about your work history. Here's why. DOT requires them to verify your last 10 years of employment, pretty much. Okay, that's a federal law. They have to verify that. So they have to be able to, one way or another, figure it out, all right? Absolutely no alcohol in the truck at any time, period. Okay, never. Not even an empty bottle, guys. So, like, you can't even bring like an old empty liquor bottle as like a change jar or something. You cannot even have that in the truck. We had a student who was getting ready to test. They did the pre-trip. They got inside to do the in-cab. The trainer on the floor had an old Jack Daniels bottle, and he was using it as a change jar. It was a big one with a big opening on the top. He was using it as a change jar. They actually made him remove the bottle before the student could take his road test and told him he had to permanently remove the bottle. So just keep that in mind. You can get a brand new truck when you lease with Prime. Absolutely correct. Yeah, you can get a brand new truck. Student Sean got one. Student Sean got a brand new truck. Didn't you, Student Sean? Brand new. Yeah, you don't want to get sent back home. So, race car, I don't know if it's really on your own dime, but Will, you better get close. You better figure it out. Is there a down payment? Not for a straight lease, only for lease purchase. If you are doing lease purchase at Prime, it is very expensive, guys. That's why Prime drivers mainly are just lease. So the down payment is for lease purchase only, and it's $14,000. For every year you are a regular lease at Prime, they take $1,000 off of that, and it can go down to as much as $9,000. So take up to 5. So if you leased a truck, just a straight lease, turned it in for 5 years, they would take $5,000 off your down payment. So you would owe them $9,000 down. That's the lowest it can be, though. Race car, that's when you order your truck. When you order your truck, you can order those. You cannot order a truck until you've been, well, you can order a truck. You have to talk to leasing about that. But those are trucks that have been special ordered in advance. So, like my Peterbilt, I ordered it. I ordered it in December. I special ordered it. I picked everything I wanted. I picked the color. I picked the extras, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, they still have the short-term leases on used trucks. Correct. They have those every day. So there's student Sean. He said, yeah, I got a brand new truck with 174 miles on it, and now it's got 15,000 in just over a month. So student Sean's been out there running. He's been out there making money. Yeah, you got to know your work history, guys. You got to at least try to get within like a month. So I mean, they're gonna want the month. Johnny, as far as I know, no. They may require something from his personal doctor, his personal physician that says that he doesn't see any problem with it or something. I know we had some people in my orientation that had to have something from their doctor because of past history, but 15,000 miles in just over a month, that's pretty good running. That's harder than I like to run, not solo anyhow, but Sean has been out there getting it. That's for sure. 47 people in the room tonight, guys. Please provide documents concerning surgeries. Yes, correct, guys. They want to know what you had done. So, but if you just had a heart attack, you wouldn't have any surgeries. How are the rest areas in Arkansas? Small, very small. Where are you going, Sean? Where are you going? I don't even know where you're at or where you're going. Last time we talked, you told me, and I don't remember. You're going to Texas somewhere, right? Go to Russellville, Arkansas to the Pilot, exit 84. They'll be parking out back. So they'll be parking out back at the Pilot at exit 84 off Interstate 40 in Russellville, Arkansas. There's a Flying J on the right. Go to the left. Go to the Pilot. And don't miss the entrance. Have any close calls from my students? One close call from a student. He almost hit a telephone pole on a right-hand turn. A right-hand turn I knew he couldn't make. We pulled up to a red light. We were turning right. There was traffic coming the other direction. And he wanted to make the right turn. And I said, well, do we need to wait for that traffic to go by? And he said, no, I can make it. And I said, are you sure you can make that turn? And I let him attempt to make the turn. The only thing is, when I started telling him to stop, he didn't stop the truck. So I had to like start yelling for him to stop, for him to understand, you know, stop the truck. Because you literally cannot put your hand between the trailer and the telephone pole when he finally stopped. But thank God he did, and we didn't hit it. But I was trying to use it as a learning experience. Most reliable and best on fuel mileage, that would probably be a Freightliner at this point, in my opinion, until I drive some of the others. Jonathan, I don't remember all the rules to that. There's some little stipulations, but you have to get with leasing. You can order, I think you can order your truck right away. The only thing, here's the thing. So I don't think you have to be here any certain amount of time to order a truck. However, if you've been here under a certain amount of time, any kind of thing extra you want on it, like window curtains and all that, you have to pay in advance. So where when I order a truck and I order all my extras, they just divide it up and take it out over 10 weeks. Was that New Jersey? Was it New Jersey? It was in the Northeast, but I don't think it was in New Jersey. I think it was in Connecticut. We're going to listen to telephone pole. I'm in reefer division. I have not had one done at a weigh station, although while training a student. I have not had a DOT inspect. It's 3 months of leasing, then you can order a truck according to Ryan, so. Hypothetically, you pull anything back out of it. No, so just to finish, okay, I guess I might as well finish the story how we get out of the mess. So we couldn't really get out of the mess he put us in, so we had to wait for all the traffic to leave, and then people still kept coming, and we had to attempt to back up. Well, behind us was a EMS, and he saw what was going on, and he actually cut his lights on and backed up, clearing traffic, allowing us to back up. And then he actually come around us and went down the road we were going to go on and block the road for us so that we could use up the entire road. So that's how we got out of that mess. It was an EMS driver who helped us out with his lights and sirens and kind of gave us the extra space we needed. Yeah, I'm still yakking, Chad. Chad Rich guy's in the house. He's got a YouTube channel. Y'all should check him out if you haven't already. Subscribe to him. Subscribe to me. Hit the bells. We're constantly, one of us is constantly doing something on YouTube, whether it be a live stream or a video. Pumping in from information. How do you manage your clock to make the most money when you were solo? I didn't forget to change my duty status. All right, guys. Number one thing I see about wasted time is forgetting to change that duty status. Change your duty status, you guys. When you pull up and you get your fuel, when you pull up to the yellow line, put yourself off duty outside a truck when you go in to get lunch or take a dump, man. All right. Don't leave yourself on duty. You know, you're not paid by the hour here, man. You don't get paid to go to the bathroom. So make sure you're off duty. All right, save that clock. I did right, Harry. You're right, man. I did one live feed after I've been drinking, and I've kind of been doing it ever since. So it's good stuff. Oh yeah, Sean's right. We did have to get my registration faxed over at a weigh station once at a port of entry, but it wasn't about weight or nothing. Didn't do an inspect. They just wanted to see our registration in IFTA. Is all they wanted to see. Yeah, everything. I'm looking at that right now, man. They're all sitting over here on the dashboard. I'm about to have one because Stefan's gone now. So Stefan doesn't smoke, so I'm trying to take it easy on the cigarettes. However, I do need to turn my heat on. So we have bunk heat, guys, that runs when the truck is not running. So I'm going to go back here. So you can see all this back here. So I got my AC, my APU information, and up here I got a bunk heater, guys. So y'all take this to heart here and kind of watch what I'm doing here, because some of you trainers are not going to teach you how to run a bunk heater. All right, this one right here is the bunk heater. All right, it has nothing to do with your APU. This is your bunk heater. You hit the button on top, all right, until the red light comes on. Once you see the red lights, hit the square button. All right, and then you can set it on whatever you want. It's 59 in here right now. It's set at 62, so now it'll kick on. That is all you have to do to run your bunk heater, guys. Just make sure that when you want it off, you turn it off, because it does not turn off automatically. All right, so tomorrow morning, if I don't turn that bunk heater off, it's going to be running when I'm driving down the road. And I will tell you, it gets quite warm at 2 in the afternoon when the bunk heater's on. It's not a good thing. You get back, yeah, you get back everything, Corvette. You get back driving and on duty time. You get back everything. Do I at least get free hats and shirts from Prime? No, they do not give me free hats and shirts. I pay for them. I have gotten 3 free jackets. Oh, I have gotten a couple free hats. You do get free hats. And I've gotten 3 free jackets. Do you sleep with a body pillow? You saw my body pillow? I actually use my body pillow to go between the mattress and the back wall, because in a Freightliner, the mattress doesn't go wall to wall. There's a huge gap. And I didn't like the gap, so I bought that body pillow to fill that gap. One free hat. No, you get more free hats later on. You get a free hat for 6 months of safety. You get a free hat for 1 year perfect service. How many hours did you drive and sleep when you were solo? Whatever load required, but I always stayed within my legal limits. Just all depends. Yeah, we're gonna fire him smoke while Stefan's gone. Stefan's in the bathroom. He left. That's what he said. He didn't go to the bathroom. He's talking to his girl. He's trying, probably getting all mushy with her. He don't do that around me. I think he makes him feel less of a man if he gets too mushy with her. Just one hat for Sean. Oh, you'll get more free hats, buddy. week at a time. So the freezing rain has started to fall here in South Bend, so I'm glad we're in a parking spot because this place will fill up very quickly tonight as this stuff starts accumulating on the road. They give you all training on social media now. No, I'll probably be on YouTube if they did. I don't know, Will. I don't know if I'll ever do that or not. I mean, I'm getting to an age where, I mean, this kind of works for me, and I'm moving my family to Springfield to be close. If anything, I may turn into like just a PSD trainer. Something where I'm constantly in Springfield at home with my family. Makes us have free showers and laundry. Everything auto, I don't know about that. Be careful when the truck stops. Keep your doors locked when it's closed. And do you worry when you smoke? No, I don't worry when I smoke. I keep my windows up, my doors locked at night. I've never really had many scares. I've had a couple incidences in my life. That's it. Oh shit, man. This looks like an accident waiting to happen right here. Yeah, it's going to be. Alright guys, I'm going to show you this live. It's probably going to happen right here. Right now. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. He's about to take out the whole front of this truck right here. He's going to hit it. He's right on it right now. So I don't know if he's going to hit it or not. I don't know if y'all can see that. How close he is to that. But he's right on that truck. You can see top of the trailer there. That's actually a trailer. There's no way he makes this. He's trying. I think the tires is what's gonna get it. So we'll see. He made it. Believe it or not, guys, he made that. He sure did. He made that. Good for him. I don't know how, but he made it. No, it's not my truck. I'm not going to honk at him. I'm scared shit out of him. He made it. What is a PSD? PSD is primarily student driving, or prime student driver, however you want it. You're a PSD student, you're a prime student driver. But trainers say primarily student driving. That's the phase. The PSD phase, the primarily student driving phase, or the TNT, the trainee and trainer driving phase. I do not know anybody that carries a gun. Absolutely not. It is illegal to have a gun. So you cannot have a gun in a commercial vehicle. Will's asking all the crazy questions. He's police or something. All right. Yeah, I refuse to sleep in West Memphis, Arkansas. So I will not sleep in Memphis. Clickbaiting. It was very close. Prime runs on recaps. They like you to run on recaps. Look, guys, we have a lot of loads that go 200 miles, 150 miles. All right. And by the way, it's lightning out too. Freezing rain with lightning. This is wonderful tonight. We have a lot of loads that go 100 miles. As a lease operator, I'll be honest with you, when I was solo, I loved them. You know, you want to give me a load that pays $700 or $800 and goes 100 miles? Shit, I'm on it. I'm gonna go pick it up. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to the closest truck stop. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna find something to binge watch. It's gonna be good stuff, man. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, you can play on your PS4 too. Guys, I really loved it when I played World of Warcraft. Man, I loved 100-mile loads that paid $800 when I was a World of Warcraft player. Holy crap, man. That was like the best in the world. My day was over in 2 hours, man. I had like 12, 13 hours I could sit there and play Warcraft. No, I sleep in my shipper and receivers a lot. So we have, Prime has Macro 19s, gives you directions to your customers, and it'll tell you in there whether or not they have sleeping. So whether or not you have parked there, sleep overnight, you know, how that works. Correct. I mean, a lot of them, man. Short hauls are great here. If you're on percentage here, if you're a lease operator working on percentage, short hauls are the way to go around here, in my opinion. I don't mind them one bit. I mean, physically, labor-wise, yes, I believe reefer's the easiest. So that's home time and money time is lease. Damn, I like that phrase. Home time versus money time, baby. Sorry. Home time versus money time. Well, you got to find the sweet spot for you. I've found it depends on what me and my wife have planned. So if we plan something like I want to take a lot of time off, say 7 days, I'll stay out like 2 months, and I'll build up my emergency fund now, and then I'll pay everything out of that. If I'm just doing something short, I can do like 5 weeks and go home for 4 days and split it and do just fine. And I'll be honest with you, I like going home during my students' TNT phase because I can make enough revenue in 3 days to cover my truck payment and get a small check even though I was home for 4. As a solo driver, I used to split it 2 and 2. I'd take 2 days off 1 week, 2 days off the next week. So it'd be like our pay period ends on Tuesday, so I get home on Monday morning. And I'd get home on Monday. I'd be home Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, leave on Friday. So the PSD trainers make as much as TNT trainers. They can. I've had weeks where I've made more money PSD than I did TNT. It just depends. Do I think the Tesla semi-truck's coming to America? Well, considering Tesla Corporation is stationed in California, that's their world headquarters, I'd say we'd see Tesla. Okay, well, maybe, you know what? Maybe Tesla's not their world headquarters in California. They do have a big plant in California that'll make the car. So, but their headquarters may be somewhere else for tax reasons. What's a typical PM cost? $400. And do I pay my own PMs? Yes, I do. I pay for my oil changes, air filter changes, everything. I pay for that. Yeah, Jonathan, training is the way to go. I mean, if you had the knack for it, if you can figure it out, if you have the personality for it and the temperament, okay, you gotta have the temperament. I would tell you there's two things that people need to be a trainer. Really, you need to have the desire to show someone how to be successful at a job. And I think more than that, I think if you gain satisfaction from watching people succeed from your knowledge that you've taught them, stuff that you've shown them, I think that those make good trainers. Those are the people that you want to see trained because they're going to put the extra effort in to make sure that when someone leaves their truck, they understand what's going on, all right? And part of, and I said this today in a Facebook post to Prime, I'm actually a little nervous about that Facebook post, but we'll see if I get any flack for it. But I said in there that I'm now on my 5th student. I've had a 100% success in the retention rate here at Prime, okay? My 4 previous students, they stayed on my truck the entire time they were supposed to be on my truck. They graduated from my truck. They got their own trucks, and they all still work for Prime right now. And some of that is because I try to make a setting that is an environment that is good for training, where someone can succeed and absorb knowledge and information. Yeah, see, Sean was home for 3 days. Still made a check. Yeah, our trailers all have super singles now. Yes, Brant, trucks are automatic now. So, all the ones that are coming in are automatic. The only way you can get a manual truck right now is if you order one and request a manual transmission. That's the only way you get a manual. It is pouring, guys. Holy crap. Mine is automatic, Logan. Oh, you're talking about the automatic driving trucks. I saw a post today that said Amazon is actually testing one in California right now, so on the highway with people in traffic. So I don't know if that's true or not. Military freight. We've hauled to some military bases. I've hauled a load, a vending load to the Pentagon. I'm sure getting better fuel mileage. Yeah, the automatic trucks are getting much better fuel mileage. Mike, I will tell you, if it's going to be a couple weeks, I will not be available. Stefan has, when we deliver this load, Stefan will have 22,000 miles to go. So I am hung up at least, I would say, for the next 5 weeks. And then at that point, I will, I have one person that I've talked to seriously about training. And as I get closer to that deadline, I will get in contact with them and then see what their plans are. And then if they are there, I will have a sit down with them at Prime and then go from there. Do I ever sleep on a top bunk? Okay, so there's some things about me y'all don't know. I will tell you, I am not, y'all know I'm not your typical trainer. So Sean is a big man. And I slept on the top bunk his entire PSD and TNT, so he didn't have to get up and down the ladder. He broke his ankle in the past, and that ladder, and as big as he was, that ladder would have been too much for him. And so I slept on the top bunk. So I don't know many trainers that would have done that for him, but I did. That's just me, though. Here comes Stefan in this freezing ass rain. How long do you have to wait to haul high value loads? I want to say everything that it's at least 6 months, okay? And not only is it 6 months, but it's like 6 months of perfect delivery service, you know, safety record, everything. Everything's got to be perfect. See the truck rocket? Yeah, that's not the way, and that's Stefan. Get in the truck. Logan will tell you that was Stefan getting in the truck.
That's cold.
Prime Inc. Rough Riding Logistics. Fell off after medical issue. I've never watched that. Perks to hauling high value loads. Or perks to hauling high value loads. There's only one perk to hauling a high value load. They usually pay great. Alright? So there's your perk. The rest are headaches. The rest are opposite of perks. Better stop talking crap now. Stefan's in the truck. That's Logan. Perks to hauling high value loads. No, seriously, the only perks to hauling a high value load is the money. The rest are headaches, guys. High value loads are not fun. They're not fun at all. They're a real pain in the butt. Beginning with the fact that you have to drive 200 miles immediately without stopping. You cannot even stop one time. I'm talking about, you ain't stopping. You ain't stopping to take no dookie, guys. You gotta keep going. You gotta hold it, alright? They do make an exceptions in extreme emergencies. Here's the exception though, guys. If you're on a high value load, say you've driven 100 miles, man, and your stomach's really tore up, like you're really sick, like no joke, and it was unexpected, you actually have to call into the Prime security desk. They sit on the phone with you while you're on the toilet. I'm not kidding you. I'm not making a joke. I'm being serious. I'm being honest with you. They will sit with you while you're on the toilet. They will sit on the phone with you. And they will stay on the phone with you the entire time until you're back in the truck and back on the interstate. So they take high value loads very serious, and the security of the loads very seriously. All right. So, you ever had an escorted load? I have not had an escorted load. Yeah, the rain is pouring out. Yeah, Fletch. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, Fletch is down on the pad now. He does. He gives a class on flatbed securement. Ron Jeremy wants tacos. Nice. Jeez Louise. Well, Ron Jeremy, while you're here, you're new, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit the bell, man. Let you know when I got new videos out. While y'all are at it, go ahead and subscribe to Chad Rich too, man. Me and Chad are friends outside. This guy's got his headlights right in my face. Chad Rich is a friend of mine outside of work, so I met him in trucking, but we talk on a daily basis. I don't know what that is. No, pushing in the yellow brake is not going to change your trailer weight. Only the red one will. Releasing the trailer brake will change the weight of the trailer, Sean. By the way, guys, he's being serious with that question. He must be having an issue with weight. I'm here to troll. Day after drinking. Jeez Louise. Oh yeah, you know what? Me and Sean had a load where someone did follow us for about 100 miles. So, yeah. That was the panties too, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Victoria's Secret panties. I don't think they were, I think it was more like just a, I don't think they were worried about as much the load as much as they were just doing like an audit to make sure that Prime was following the safety procedures set in place for their loads. I think that's what it was. Guys, it is just straight raining out right now. You're so lucky you got back in the truck, dude. I want to share this with you all. Look out this windshield, man. It is freaking pouring. And this is freezing rain tonight, guys. This stuff is going to be thicker than thieves. Raining men. I have a feeling I know who Ron Jeremy is. I'll figure this out. I got a feeling. I know who Ron Jeremy is. Obviously. Look, I grew up in the internet age, man. I know who Ron Jeremy is. I mean, I think Ron Jeremy is somebody else. How you doing, Mr. Smith? Y'all gonna float away straight into Mississippi? Isn't that the truth? Yeah, it's freaking pouring out, guys. It's freaking pouring big time. And lightning, obviously. Y'all saw that. Big old thunderstorm coming through. I think it's, what's the temperature though? I think it's still fairly warm though. It may not be freezing rain. It's 33. Yeah, that was a good one. It's 33, so we'll definitely, this will be straight ice here very soon. So this is why I was telling you all about trip planning, all right? For you new guys coming into trucking. This is why we stopped 2 hours ago, or almost 3 hours ago, okay? Because it's 33 degrees. In the next 20 minutes, it's going to be 32. This is going to be straight freezing rain coming down on the highway. There's not going to be a parking spot within 50 miles of where we're at, or 100 miles of where we're at, all right? This is why you trip plan. This is why you look at the weather, where you're going. You're prepared for what's ahead of you, all right? Be prepared for what you're driving into, guys. Know what's ahead of you, know what you're getting into, and make the adjustments to avoid it. And that's what we've done tonight. That's his hero. Logan's saying Ron Jeremy's your hero. Yeah, it was raining pretty hard. So guys, the chat, just so y'all know, I rewatched one of my videos the other day, and the chat shows up like way after I talk. So camping. So we have student Sean on the live chat. We have student Stefan here. So we have a graduated student. We have a student in training. You know, and now that I'm thinking about it, guys, you know, Prime's implementing this new trainers thing where they're trying to improve the training program. You know, I almost feel like they should take some of their trainers, and not all their best ones. I think they should take some of their top and some of their bottom trainers, bring in the trainers and the students, pay them for their time to make it worth it for them to come to Springfield, and put them all in a room and ask them the good and the bad, and just have them totally be honest and lay everything out on the table. I think that would be the start of improving the training program. That's just my own opinion, though. Okay, because you can't just bring in all your top trainers and all their top students and, you know, just hear all about the gravy on top of the potatoes, man. You got to hear what's going on down in the bottom, you know, what's going on with the bad stuff too. You got to know it all.
Let me see Will J's comment. He has a question.
Take a spell when you're in university. He probably rolls the window down. And I don't have a bucket, guys. I actually have a toilet. So
same thing.
Seem to know all the these guys seem to know all the male porn stars. I guess you're in the right room then, Sean. Can you train me? Ron Jeremy. Could be a mess. What's the worst thing one of your students has done? The worst thing one of my students has done? I don't know. My students, I mean, the funniest thing that one of my students has done, let's go with that, guys. So the funniest thing that's one of my students have done. So I'm gonna start laughing so hard when I tell it, but I can't even really tell it.
It's not me, I don't think.
No, it's not you. But I can't, it's hard for me to tell it because, dude, I will not quit laughing if I try to tell this. It's good stuff, though. How do I deal with snoring? How do they deal with my snoring?
It's a challenge sometimes.
Yeah, right. It's a challenge, he says. Oh, yeah, no one cares about Stormy Daniels. Oh, the Windows air freshener. What's going on, Mr. Chad Rich? So the funniest thing that's happened, oh, I can't tell it, man.
What is it?
I just be wrong. So okay, here's what I can tell you. I had a student. We stopped at a rest area.
I don't know.
I don't even know if I can tell the story.
I don't know if I even know what you're talking about.
We stopped at a rest area because he told me he had to shit.
Surprisingly, it's not me.
So I'm holding the rest area, and I'm sitting in the truck, and he comes running out. He's like, go, 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 we gotta leave, we gotta leave. I said, what do you mean we gotta leave? Hurry up, man, let's go, hurry up, please go, start the truck, let's go. He's like, I just overflowed the toilet, and my shit is floating around the floor. In the rest area.
That's funny.
So you see, dude, it's funny. It was classic. Oh, it was funny. And if you were there, it was that much funnier.
I can imagine what it looked like.
Oh, yeah. Come running out. We gotta go. Let's leave. Gotta go. I have it's called Campo Potty, I believe. I believe that's what it's called, Campo Potty. And I think everybody should have one, to be honest with you guys. Look, this industry is not perfect, all right? You're going to get stuck at a customer, okay? Or at a rest area, or at a truck stop or something at some point, and you're going to need something to relieve yourself in, all right? It's going to happen to you if you're on this road, all right? That's just reality of it. I would highly recommend everybody, and if you have any kind of female that rides with you, you need one anyways. because, you know, as a man, I can get up in the middle of the night at 2:30 in the morning. I can pee in a bottle, in a used soda bottle, and throw the lid on it and throw it away in the morning. But as a woman, can't do that, dude. And you do not want your wife or your girlfriend having to get dressed, get her shoes on, and walk through a night like tonight to go take a leak, all right, inside the rest area of your truck stop. So, man, invest in a campo potty. I'm not honking my horn. It's better than a box. What's better than a box? True story. Hold on, I gotta go up and read Sean. What's Sean talking about better than a box? Both windows here, Fred. Oh, he's talking about the bathroom. Oh, it's, yeah, it is. Ocean of milk. We're doing good, Noah. We're doing good. My nose is running from laughing so hard, guys. I have a hard time telling that story because every time I tell that story, I can envision the entire scenario of it happening, and it was absolutely amazing, and it was so funny. No, they're actually pretty small, man. Mine fits underneath my bed. If I didn't have like my laundry soap and everything at the foot of my bed, I'd open the bed up and show you guys underneath it where it's at, but I'm not doing that tonight. But it's actually very small. It's good size. No, mine fits. It fits underneath the bed, so that's where mine fits. That's where I keep mine. That's where I keep it. We've been live feeding a long time. Any hookers? There's hookers everywhere. You got some, Ron? You want to bring them out? Pimp them out, man. You can make some money out here. Suggestions on Spirit trailer parts or truck parts to keep on hand. Keep windshield wipers on hand, guys. They go out a lot, break apart on you. You always want to have at least one extra set. After you change your windshield wipers, if both blades are still good, save them until you buy another new set and have them underneath the bunk. All right, and throw the old set away. That way you got a backup in case something happens. Keep extra light bulbs, fuses, lights, anything like that. Evening, Todd. No, they don't smell bad, man. You know the blue stuff from porta potties? They sell that for those toilets. So you put that acidy stuff in there, and it takes care of it. I can't find the hookers. You're now. Wait a minute. If you're going Alabama to Arkansas, you're going up 22. You'll be in Hooker Alley here shortly. Up there in Memphis. For the last time, what's the purpose of checking the weight? Well, DOT has a regulation of how much a truck can weigh, man. It has to be 80,000 pounds or less. And then they have regulations on the bridge law, which means each axle has a certain weight. So the steer tires have to be 12,000 or less. The trailer or the truck tires, sorry guys, I'm watching this truck. All right, so truck tires have to be 34,000 on the axle there, on the drive line, and then 34,000 on the trailer tires. So a total of 80,000 or less, but then it has to be broke down no more than 12, 34, 34. Hopefully that answers your question, Clorox. That's why you want to check your weight, to make sure you're within the legal limits. Just kidding. Spray bottle. I have earlier I said I had a cordless drill. I've got socket set, wrenches, you know, wire splicers, cable cutters. I keep duct tape, electrical tape. Thanks. Now, do you want a sponsor? I don't have a sponsor. You would be the first sponsor, so I have no idea how that works or how that happens. But yeah, absolutely, Clorox. I don't think I'll retire for a few years, man. I've probably got at least 10 to 12 years. I don't know how sponsorship works on YouTube, guys. So I've been, you know, I told you guys I've been trucking solid 11 years at KLM, and then 2 years here at Prime. Well, it'd be 2 years on the 15th here at Prime, 15th of this month. So just right at 13 years now, and actually technically March 6th will be 13 years, and I'll probably truck for at least another 12. So I'll probably retire. I don't want to say how old I am. All right, guys, I'm 34. Easy, you pay me and I'll ship you some Tide Pods. Corvette, it comes apart into two pieces, and the bottom part, which is the tank, you can just take it to like into any rest area and just dump it in the toilet and flush it.
Just kidding.
What's the highest year to date you've had in your career? Well, everything I will tell you is probably going to be 2018. And I am going to estimate that my year to date for 2018 is going to be around $340,000. So that's my guess. That's total revenue, gross revenue, guys. Noah, you have to retest in a manual transmission, remove the restriction. I will tell you, I'm learning this daily about how they're doing this complete switch over. They are really not wanting to test anybody in a manual anymore, okay? And I'm not at Springfield to talk to them about it. So, guys, as far as like the questions about these manuals, let me get into Springfield this weekend, and I'll go downstairs into the training department, and I believe Sunday when I'm there, Madison will be there. And I'll talk to Madison about it and see what the process is for that. And let me get exact information for you on this, okay? And I will try to get the exact answer for all the questions on the manual transmissions. I mean, I exercise to the point where I walk. I mean, to the truck stop and back to get my food. I don't really exercise. What's the process with customizing your truck, your decals? What's Prime's policy? Well, obviously, you can't have anything profane on there. You can't advertise. You can't have any paid advertisements at all. Okay, so you can't put anything on there that you're getting paid to advertise. But they do have their own place. It's called Stripes and Stuff, and you can get with them, and they will tell you what you know. You can give them ideas, and they will build up the decals for you and show it to you on a computer, and then you can go from there. Palmer's switching to automatics too, by the way. So, Richard, you are right. They had some manuals, but now Palmer's getting all automatics. Some people say to transfer their home state, and there's no transmission restriction. So, Lance, I had a student. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want something to come down about it. But I had a student who he tested an automatic in Missouri, had the automatic restriction when he went to his home state and got it changed over. They did not put the restriction on there. They just overlooked it. I think it gets overlooked more than anything. Okay, so that's what I will say. So. Correct, the manual simulators wouldn't be required. They're switching them all automatics right now anyhow. They have a little button on the simulator that says automatic or manual. We all know what Ron Jeremy's workout is. Yes, you're allowed to have your LLC logo. Absolutely you are. No manual Salt Lake either. So yeah. Have you ever been in the hole when you were solo? I think once. I think one time I got in the hole for like $80 or $100 one week. I didn't have enough revenue to cover it one week when I went home. So yeah, I think I was in the hole once for $80 or $100. I need to go to work and be safe. All right, Sean, be careful, man. Ever lost a steer tire? Absolutely. Getting off at exit 84 or 88 in Russellville, Pottsville. So I was getting off at exit 88 in Pottsville in Arkansas on Interstate 40 and blew a passenger side steer tire. It's something you'll never forget if you do it once, all right? You'll never forget it. It sucks. So a lot of sparks. It looked like my dang truck was on fire. It's scary. I mean, the truck pulls really hard. So you're hanging on the steering wheel. You're fighting it. You know, obviously it was my passenger side, so my truck immediately is trying to take me into the ditch on the right-hand side of the road. I'm having to fight the truck, keep it in the lane. Sparks are flying everywhere. It was a mess. It took me about a good quarter mile to stop on the shoulder. Mine was just a bad tire. The tire was actually brand new. I only had it a couple months. I think maybe it had 20,000 miles on it. But sometimes if you buy cheap, you get cheap, and that's what happened at KLM. We bought cheap. We ran a lot of Yokohamas or some crap. Cheap rubber. Wasn't very good. And at Prime, we run all Michelins. So, but yeah, sometimes if you buy cheap, you get cheap, man. You buy crap, you get crap, and that's what happened in that scenario. I think, I mean, well, Noah, as Lease, there's no deposit, no nothing for your dog. I think as a company driver, you have to put down a deposit. Should I go early? Clorox, if you think you can pass for your permit, I would absolutely go early. I mean, that would be up to you, but I mean, orientation starts on a Monday, so you'd have to go on a Friday. You'd be there all weekend. So, I mean, that would be up to you, though. What do I think of the super singles? So that's what Lance is asking. I like them. Like I said, they're a little squishier, I think. It takes a little bit to get used to. I have the bunk locks. 2019 have the bunk locks for the something. Yeah, they're fine. I mean, for the doors. No. Freightliners don't have that at all. So the 2020 Peterbilts do. But no, there's no way to... now the 2020 Freightliners might. They started getting 2020 Freightliners in, so I don't know. You know what, I just started thinking about something. Someone mentioned 2 Volvos came into Prime today. There's a good chance those are special ordered trucks. So there's a very high probability that those were ordered by somebody and they just haven't been decaled up yet. When you were solo, what was the typical take home after expenses? I mean, typical, over 1,800. So, but a lot of weeks, typical, I'll say 1,800, but a lot of weeks was in the 23 to 24 range. So, engines are coming with that Detroit, the Detroit motor. All right, Brant, be careful. 1,300 is average for fixed weekly costs. Yeah, I'd say 1,300 is a good number. Just remember, guys, when you first start out as a lease operator, you're going to have some extra charges in there. You're going to have that 25 hours a week from your PSD. You're going to have 25 hours a week from your first visit to the company's store, where you get your locks and all that. You're going to have $30 a week for your chains for your truck. If you have a CPAP machine, you might be finishing paying that off. So just keep that in mind. So it may be $1,300 fixed for the truck, but it's also, you're going to actually have a little extra stuff in there too. My run's $1,300 with my DirecTV and everything. I think I had like a 6-month period where my fixed costs were like $1,400 because I had the chains and the visit to the company store and all that. Yeah, you can pay it off early if you want. Can you pay for them all out of pocket? Yeah, Corvette, you can buy, if you have the money, buy it all up front. You ain't gotta worry about it. So yeah, you can do that. Absolutely, you can do that. So guys, I was watching a video here on YouTube from Nick and Carla. If y'all don't know who Nick and Carla are, they're a married couple here. They're 2 women from, I believe, Alabama. Yeah, I believe they're from Southern Alabama. And they were here at Prime. They went through our training program, and they were a company team for 1 year. They fulfilled their 1-year commitment, and they recently left. They're getting ready to go to another company. They're going to do lease purchase. And I'm going to follow them, and I'm very curious to see how they do. But I will tell you, it's just from what they said the other day, I kind of feel like they got roped in, because she said the truck payment was under $500, like $486. And I think they're going to be really shocked when they get that first settlement and they see that there's like another $1,000 worth of charges that they may not expect. They are cool. They're very cool, Michael. But I'm worried they got roped in without understanding everything. So we'll see what happens. But I worked, you know, KLM truck payment was $500, and then after they got done with everything, it ended up being $1,400 a week, just like here. I don't know. They haven't said where they went yet. Correct everything. It says $500 a week, but I'm telling you, I worked for a company where truck payment was $500 a week. In the end, it was $1,400. Nah. And Michael, they got lied to then. That they're gonna be somewhere else real quick if that was the case. Look, guys, even RST, you guys know who the little guy is. You know, even the company he drives for, RST, man, they're just straight up honest with you. They'll tell you, man, their weekly cost on average is like $1,600, man. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be $6,650. You'd be crazy. I was looking at RST's breakdown today. You can go to the Riverside Transport, which is where little guy hauls and is leased on at, and their insurances are like $3 something. Plus there's some other stuff. Is there secure long-term parking for students? Absolutely. Yep. Yep. You can park at campus your week of orientation. Before you go out with your trainer, you have to move your car to the long-term parking at the Prime Terminal. Guys, I'll let you a little secret. Almost every lease, every trucking company in America is a breakaway lease. That's just reality. So, just about everyone's the same. You know the guy trying to pull over here next to this truck, guys. This is so tight through here. I'm glad I'm not sleeping on the end where this creek is.
It's pretty full out there now.
Yeah. Trips advised on freight lanes. I don't want to get really into freight lanes too much, guys. Not tonight. We can do that another time. I've been out here for like 2.5 hours now, so. Correct. You can just park at the hotel and take the shuttle every day back and forth to the terminal, or Well, I mean, you don't go to the terminal until like
Friday.
Wednesday, right?
Friday.
Friday. Looking into this now. You're correct, Jonathan. You are correct. Look. When I came to Prime, I didn't realize the insurance is running truck payment. I knew how much my truck payment was going to be. I thought I had to pay insurances on top of it because that's what I had to. Every other company screwed me on that. So when I came to Prime and I got my first settlement where I had a truck payment, and it was actually only $1,064 plus my $75 APU, and there wasn't like 5 freaking little or 6 things. $80, $100, $200 here, $200, and I didn't have that. I like freaked out. I was like, it really is only $1,064 for the truck, you know, and then the APU. So that was kind of nice. Yes, they'll reimburse your bus ticket, Todd, if you get yourself to Springfield. Matter of fact, Stefan's getting his reimbursement this week. They do not reimburse you when you get there. They do not reimburse you during PSD. They will only reimburse you once you have passed the CDL exam and you get your first or second check. Okay? You do not become a Prime employee until after you pass your CDL exam. Okay? Not the permit, but the actual exam. You have your CDL. Then you become an employee. Then you will be qualified for that reimbursement for your self-travel to Springfield. Yeah, Maverick does. I didn't know they paid that. That's the first time I've heard anybody say. I didn't see that the other night, I guess. Okay. I mean, I've known some people. I don't know how that works exactly. Oh, wow, they don't allow pets, huh? So, Todd, you have your license in 5 months OTR. You're going to have to go through training, but you'll have an evaluation process, not a full PSD program. I'm about to. All right, Chad, good deal. I guess rolling with time then is be testing out tomorrow. Maverick trucks are beautiful. Aren't Maverick trucks all the same, or they change them? They used to all just be a purplish color, every one of them, like a maroonish purple. They were all the same. A lot of them were the low tops, weren't even the condo sleepers. No, you don't have to. You have to have a paper log book in case your Qualcomm goes down, but you do not have to like fill out a paper log every day. You just have to have a book available to start doing paper logs if your Qualcomm breaks. Yeah, I mean, pets, a non-behaved dog can do some brutal damage to the interior of a truck, guys. I've seen it. I've seen a truck after a dog that was not well behaved, and it was not pretty. Chad, when are you getting your next dude? Hell, they're going to test tomorrow and then go TNT, so he's probably looking at 6, 7, 8 weeks, and he needs to go home. Guys, Chad and Rich ain't been home in 5 months. All right, 5 months, guys. This is no exaggeration. He's in here. I told him, guys. Here's what I told him. 5 months. I told him he better go home soon. Because if he doesn't, I'm going to his house. Because after 5 months, his wife is going to lay it on him, and he's never going to forget it. So he better get home. Chad's stacking up money. Why? How do you think he got all them fancy cameras in his truck and his dash cam and all that stuff, guys? Chaz has been grinding for that paper. How many hours do I typically drive a day? Depends on what phase we're in. When I was solo, I typically worked 8 to 9 hours a day as a solo driver. That is what I typically worked. So 8 to 9 hours a day. So as a trainer, I work more than that. Because PSD, I'm up the whole time the student's driving. I'm in the passenger seat. And a lot of times I'll do some driving too. Book till June. He's gonna buy Tesla. No, he's gonna keep buying electronics to put in his truck, guys, for YouTube. That's what he's gonna do. I don't know. If he don't go home and visit his wife soon, I may have to go visit her. He's my buddy. I don't want his wife to leave him. "21, no kids, gonna drive a truck." That's crazy. Man, you're gonna be stacking it up. You'll have shoeboxes full of money. You will. There'll be a ton of money. See, Jonathan knows who Jody is. Jonathan's a military service guy, or knows somebody who's in the military. Any military man tell you who Jody is. Y'all don't want Jody visiting your house when you're gone. That's all I'm going to say. Stefan looks like a big old traffic cone tonight, guys. Hey, our teams here can make pretty good money, guys. Farmers Only out on the road. FarmersOnly.com. That's good stuff, man. I see those advertisements. I used to think that was just like a joke. It's not. It's real. It's real. FarmersOnly.com. I mean, stuff people come up with, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It really is. I'll be wrapping it up in a few minutes, guys. Probably about 5 more minutes. I will say one more time before I leave tonight, guys. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, get your notifications. I'm going to turn that one back on. That's just out here. You don't have to be lonely at truckersonly.com. I'd almost bet you there is a truckersonly.com. So, I know somebody who had a student who the student used Tinder a lot. And every city they stopped in, he would have a female pick him up. And that is not a joke. Corvette, I do get all my maintenance done in Springfield, unless I'm in the Northeast, and then I'll go to Pittston if I have to. All right, Otto. Have a good night, bud. People are parking everywhere now. place is filling up quick. People be freaks. People are freaks, man. Yeah, people are freaks. I know, man, but I'm telling you, there was a student, he had a different woman pick him up. And I believe, if I remember the story correctly, Chad's heard the story too. But if I remember the story correctly, one of them was even like a 60-year-old woman, man. And the guy was like, hey, you know, a piece is a piece. That's not the word he used. That's not how he said it, but, you know, it ain't right. Yeah, you could discount in the shop. I don't know if PMs are cheaper. PMs are pretty much the same price no matter where you get them done. So, you know, that just is what it is. But yeah, we get a good shop rate. Keep it PG. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to keep it PG. So, you know. So someday I might get a real sponsor. I got to keep it PG. The Jody thing. So the Jody thing is what the military guys say to each other about the neighbor coming to their house to visit while they're gone. You know, you don't worry, your wife don't need you to come home. Your neighbor Jody's taking care of her. I would never use a mom and pop shop to get truck maintenance, guys. Never. I don't know if Prime would let you, be honest with you. Because the truck's under warranty the entire time you have it leased. So really, you only want to take your truck places where you know for a fact your warranty is not going to be voided by something they have done. So, someone else trying to get around this creek, guys. It's dangerous right here. I should probably leave a dash cam on tonight. Someone's going to eventually hit him. I just about guarantee it. YouTube is cheapest for all your repairs. So when I go to Springfield, I need to remember to go to Walmart, guys, because I want to take a picture of that flat mount and that I bought that fits on that window, and I want to take a picture of that model and all that, and I want to be able to make a video on mounting that TV without drilling holes. I think that's pretty invaluable to people. Having that flat screen mounted on the wall and I didn't have to drill any holes. I mean, people are really interested in that. People want to know about it. They want to know what I did, everything. All right, Chad, man, good luck in the morning. Text me, let me know how your student does. So, and guys, if y'all haven't been to Chad's channel, you can click on his little name there, his little picture, and go over there and subscribe too. Ben, we're in South Bend, Indiana. So there's an ice storm brewing up here. Basically the whole state of Illinois, 80 and north is underneath a freeze warning. So we're just hanging out here. Guys have been following me a while. They know I really don't have a GPS. I use a navigation GPS, so I do have a GPS technically, but I don't like own a personal GPS. So I haven't found one I liked, you know. Maybe someday when I'm big on YouTube, when he's in Ray McNally or somebody will want to sponsor me and they'll send me one to try out. I'd be a good person to do that with since I don't have one, and I don't really, I like them, but I don't like them, guys. I don't know how to describe it to you. I mean, GPS is dangerous. It can get you in a lot of trouble. Okay, so my TV, it's the, no. The mount is a flat mount that I bought at Walmart for 20 bucks. My TV is a 32 or a 36, but it will hold up to a 40. You can fit under the bridge, yeah. So. You don't want to do that. That would suck. Going underneath the bridge like that. Alright, guys, I'm wrapping it up, man. I'm getting tired. Y'all can probably see it in my eyes. I'm getting sleepy. I need to get some rest tonight. So, I will do another live chat no later than Sunday. I might do it before that. I don't know. We'll just see what the weather holds. Yeah, it was 60 today in Pennsylvania. Then I got here and it's freezing rain. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, Mother Nature's kind of angry right now or something. She can't decide. She can't decide what she's doing. It's like a woman on PMS, and it seems like today or yesterday someone gave her chocolate and then they took it away today. I don't know. So, my wife's going to get me for that one. Hopefully she doesn't watch this to the end. So, all right, y'all have a good night. Be careful, be safe, make good choices, and